7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hi everyone, my name is Blair and this is the Blair Book Project. I'm in my car right now and this is my really good friend Kelsey, who did not want to be here today, but I'm really happy that she is because it's 8 o'clock in the morning and it's on a Saturday and this bitch don't wake up early. Today we are doing a fun thing. We are actually at Dallas Market Hall, which is kind of the World Trade Center of Dallas, and today we are doing a half-price books clearance sale where all books are $2 or under. And we've done this before. We bought a bunch of books based on how they would look on our shelves and we never read them. And then I went earlier this year by myself to another one and bought a bunch of books and had a really good time finding books. But I've never been to this one. I know the one in Arlington is usually organized by fiction, nonfiction, and then children's books. And then fiction is just kind of all like thrown about and there's not really any organization. So I'm thinking that's probably how this one's gonna be. There's not really a long line at this one. In the one in Arlington, when I went, there was a long ass line.
What time did you get there?
Like an hour before.
Oh.
Yeah. We're like 30 minutes before and there's like 7 people online.
Yeah, like maybe 7, maybe 6.
Yeah.
So,
We'll
I
see
hope
how-
this one's better organized. I don't know. It'd be nice if you
Yeah.
could like find what you're looking for.
Yeah. Because it's really hard.
Because I feel like it's just like you just look and maybe you find things, but not things you're looking for.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of like the luck of the draw. Like, maybe you'll find something, maybe you won't.
Like I don't think you can go in thinking like I need this book.
Oh. Okay, it just decided to stop recording. I have no
Magic.
idea why. Okay, it's magic. What were you saying?
Like you can't
Oh, you can't just like
Yeah.
go and
expecting to like find. Like can't
Yeah.
come up with a list. Like
Yeah, it's not a regular bookstore. You're not.
it's
gonna
like the
have-
thrift store of
Yes,
books.
it is a thrift store of books. But I have found some pretty good books at this thing, and sometimes they're in really good condition.
And there's a shit ton of them.
Yeah, there's a shit ton.
Like a lot of books.
Yeah. It's just books that half-price books couldn't sell in their normal stores, and so they just like ship them to these clearance sales. If you don't have a half-price bookstore in your state, because I think it's only like 13 states.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like everywhere.
No, it's like only 13 states. But you can order online, and then it can ship it to wherever you are. It is a used bookstore that is locally owned. I think each one is like its own franchise.
Oh, it's like a...
And so it's like you get used books and sometimes there's even like brand new books in the bookstore, which is
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they buy them like in bulk, like Ross or something.
Maybe. I can tell that you are very excited to be here.
Yeah.
Also, I bought this bitch
Do we really need to talk about this?
Yes, I bought her a Red Bull and she refuses to drink it because it's not cold.
I like
so-
cold drinks.
Now it's mine.
Today at 9 a.m.
Oh.
You got an alert from your calendar.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Don't forget, it's not like we're
Gotta
in the
go to
parking
the
lot or
bookstore.
anything.
The
Okay,
book sale.
so we're gonna go stand in line
Why?
because I want to talk to people.
Alright.
You don't have to talk to people.
Okay.
She don't like to talk to people.
I don't want to talk to people.
We're rating them. Yeah. You're so fancy.
Can you show the line?
Mine's getting long.
Get in a line. We are 15 minutes out.
15 minutes out. There's the beginning. We're getting so close.
That's when you're a natural. Living your life, girl. I'm gonna make it in this world. You gotta be careful. You can't use that because it sounds so much like the real song. You'll get charged. Yeah, be careful. We're about to be late. Yay, book sale. Hi there.
You get free tote bags.
Lots of tote bags. Fancy tote bags. I didn't see that. Can you do it again?
2 of this series. I don't see book 1. I'll hold on to it for now.
Have you heard of the series?
Yeah, I've heard some good things about it on book 2. Look at all the Twilights.
I know, I just saw Breaking Dawn.
Love Twilight.
Are there any particular books that you're looking for?
I'm just kind of looking to see if I see anything that looks interesting or that I've heard about on BookTube. Right now we're in the young adult section. Like a million Hunger Games books and Twilight books.
Yeah. Because there are a million in the world. I read these books in high school. The Click books.
Did you like them?
No, I like them, but they were trash.
Oh. Okay, so maybe I'll skip those for now.
Have you read any David Sedaris books?
Of who?
David Sedaris.
Maybe.
He does kind of like real life short stories, I think, usually.
Have you read any of them?
I think I've listened to one or two, but I saw him in person. I saw him do a reading.
Yeah. Was he nice?
He seemed smart and cool. He's Amy Sedaris' sister, or brother. His sister is Amy Sedaris.
I'm a lot more likely to read a book from an author that's nice than someone that's...
But he recommended a book that I listened to, and I hated it. Yeah. Jesse did too.
I hate when that happens. Ooh. Enchantment, The Life of Audrey Hepburn. Have you heard about it?
No, I've heard about it, but I haven't read it. I think they made it into a movie.
They did make it into a movie, and I don't like watching movies about zombies, but maybe I'll like reading about them. I do love Pride and Prejudice, so.
What? Okay.
This book sounds hella stupid. But you could trade any old body for a new one. It would cure any and all disease, but the new body is always the opposite sex. And sometimes the person simply vanishes during transition. What would you do? Would you take the chance? Would others?
Well, how much is this book?
It's $3.
But it can't be more than 2, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually 2.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It just sounds like a transphobic.
Let's see this. Yeah. It's very.
So-
why is she naked?
I don't know. I guess maybe when you transition,
Maybe
you lose
called gender
articles.
dates. Like,
I don't know.
Wouldn't that
This
be more
sounds just
appropriate?
hella transphobic, and I'm not here for it.
you want to show the camera that book?
Look how sexy.
What does it say? Perfect play.
The perfect play. He's
Oh,
got
it's a football. Oh,
Yeah.
he's a football player.
Because how would you know he was a man if he wasn't holding a football? Same with this guy and his helmet.
Oh, a sweet ride.
Yeah.
One sweet ride, yeah.
Another one. He's holding a baseball bat.
Third base. Okay, can you tell me about this book?
Okay, so earlier this year, I bought the audiobook for this at the last clearance sale, and me and Kelsey and Crystal, our other friend, and our friend Melissa all listened to it, and it's about these two girls whose aunt dies in England, and
Twin girls.
Twin girls, and they go to England to because she like left them all her things, like her house and all her money, and they have to go live there for a year, and her ghost like inhabits the house. And it started off being a really cool story, but then at the end it's just a shit show. Like everything is so bad.
And it's a very slow.
It's so slow built, and then at the very end it just like wraps it up like super quickly. It's like,
And it jumps past things.
yeah, it jumps. There's just
So it's a pass.
Electric Avenue. Thank you.
How many books did you get?
20 books. Hey, so we're done. We bought a... What is wrong with this? Why is it being like fuzzy?
On your camera? That's just your steering wheel.
I was like, what is that? So we are done.
Blair bought 20 books.
I did. I bought 20 books.
The line was really long at checkout, but it was really fast.
It was really fast.
They had like 15 stations.
Yeah, I actually like turned around and there was like this giant space between me and the person in front of me.
It
And
moved really fast.
it did move really
Yeah,
fast.
but it was very long.
Yeah. Why do you look so much smaller than me? Is it because my seat is like really
I think your
jacked
seat
up?
is higher, yeah.
I'm just
That's why. Just don't be a giant. Just try and not be so giant.
Just make it a little bit smaller.
I think it's just because it's higher.
I just don't like being so much tall. Sit up higher.
Thank you. It's not okay.
Kelsey didn't buy any books.
No, I don't need any more books. I'm not gonna read.
Yeah. I went in there with a $50 budget. I wasn't even gonna try and figure out tax. I was like $50 and then whatever tax is. And I ended up buying $43 after tax. So I was under my budget. Next time you see me, I'm gonna show you all the books that I bought. Kelsey won't be here because I'm gonna take her to breakfast and then she's gonna go home.
We're gonna get tacos.
Gonna get some tacos at Fuzzy's Tacos.
Yeah. Some nachos.
In the morning?
Why not?
I mean,
It's 11 o'clock. It's almost.
It's almost 11,
It's
so maybe
almost
by the time we
lunchtime.
get there, they'll have nachos.
I'm sure they have nachos all the time. Why would you not have nachos all the time? It's nacho time all the time.
Nacho time all the time.
Like when you say nacho time, it is your time. It's nacho time.
It's your time for nachos.
It's nacho time to not have nachos.
Nachos.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, bye. Hey, welcome back. I am in my apartment now. My friend Kelsey has gone home to her boyfriend. We had delicious tacos at Fuzzy Tacos. So I am here now to show you. Just hit my hand on something. I'm now here to show you what I got at the book sale, and it's a lot. I got a lot of books. Bag number 1. This one's the lightest. Let's see. I got Enchantment, The Life of Audrey Hepburn. I'm a huge Audrey Hepburn fan, so I saw this and had to pick it up. Okay, the next book that I have is When the Emperor Was Divine. It is about a young girl in 1942 who is Japanese American and is being uprooted with her family and being taken to internment camps, much like many Japanese Americans were around World War II. It sounds like a beautiful story, and I can't wait to read it. Okay, the next few books that I got are book 2, 3, and 4 of the Septimus Heap series. I have Flight, Physic, and Quest. I'm missing Magic. They had multiple copies of both Flight and Physic, and only this one copy of Quest, and no copies of Magic. So if I want to start the series, I'm going to have to find those first. I've heard good things about this series, and I mostly thought that the covers were really pretty. Oh. Someone left magnetic bookmarks in it. So I got some free bookmarks. Yay! That's kind of exciting. Okay, so the next book that I have is The Cutaway by Christina Kovac. It is a detective thriller about a woman who is a journalist and she goes missing and nobody has seen her or heard from her. And Virginia, who is our main character, is on the hunt to find her and figure out what happened to her because she can't stop thinking, that could have been me. It's been a minute since I read a thriller, so I am excited and I can't wait because this one sounds actually really interesting. And I love journalistic detective thrillers. I always try to figure out who done it before they tell me. The next book that I have is City Beasts, 14 Stories of Uninvited Wildlife by Mark Kurlansky. I got this book because it has an elephant butt on the cover, and it actually sounds really interesting. So the author goes around the world to different countries and different ways of life, like some in the city, some in rural areas, to find the connection between animals' lives and our own lives. And I love animals, so this sounded really interesting, and I'm going to have to check it out soon. Okay, so the next book that I picked up is The Visionist by Rachel Urquhart. This is about a young girl who sets her family's home on fire, killing her abusive father, and is sent away to live in a Shaker community where she befriends another young girl, and an arsonist detective is hot on her trail, but also trying to keep her secrets because he feels a little bit understanding of why she did what she did. And it just sounds like it's gonna be a really touching story, and I actually picked it up because the cover is so pretty. And if you look underneath, oh cool. So I am excited. Last one in this bag. I poked myself in the eyeball. The last one is Parting Gifts by Katrina and Willis. This story follows three sisters, Catherine, Anne, and Jessica, who had an unorthodox upbringing. The oldest daughter is an English teacher who is battling breast cancer. The middle child is a woman who is a stay-at-home mom and is struggling to make ends meet. And Jessica, who's the youngest, is an exotic dancer who's estranged from her family, but then they are faced with unimaginable loss, and it causes them to reevaluate their relationships with each other. I think that this sounds really, really interesting and really just like it's gonna be a quite sad read. So I think if I'm ever in the mood to cry, I'll probably pick this one up. On to the next bag. I have The Lace Reader by Bruno Berry. So this is about a woman who can read the future in the lace patterns. She's from Salem, and a disappearance of two women brings her back to her hometown to uncover what happened to them and also to learn what might have happened to her twin. I'm a twin, so this sounds cool. This sounds like it's gonna be a thriller. From what it says on the back, she's an unreliable narrator, which can be pretty fun for me if they're done well. Sometimes they're not done well, and that's not enjoyable, but this one sounds like it's gonna be quite interesting. So I am excited. The next book that I got is Girl on a Train. I almost didn't get this one because I thought that I had it, but what I was thinking of is Woman in Cabin 10. The colors are very similar, and that's just what I was thinking of, even though like they're very different. This one is out the window of a ship, and this one is out the window of a train, but they looked this. That's what I was thinking. On to the next book. I was very excited. I had been looking for an Agatha Christie while I was there. I was like very surprised that there wasn't any, and I found one. It is Dead Man's Folly. So, yay! If you don't know, I love Agatha Christie. She was introduced to me by my father, and I have a small collection of her books, and I'm just really excited to get more and read more from her brain because I love her books so much. The next one that I got, I actually had been wanting for a while, but I just never pulled the trigger, and that is The Sorceress, The Secrets of the Immortal by Nicholas Flamel. Which is it really by Nicholas Flamel? Michael Scott. It's by Michael Scott, not Nicholas Flamel. He's a fictional character. I'm a dum-dum. Moving on. This is another author that I thought I would see a lot of there and didn't, and was very surprised. And that's Stephen King. I found The Tommyknockers. The only other novel that I could find that was Stephen King was Lacey's Story, and I already have that one. And it didn't even have the red dust jacket, so there was no point in me picking out that one. But I picked this one up. It's got like all of the stickers one could put on a book. From what I gather, this book is about a woman named Roberta Anderson who is walking in the woods by her house one day and finds a metal spring in the ground and discovers that it's actually attached to an alien ship. I haven't read sci-fi in a while, and I've never read this Stephen King novel, so I think that this would be a fun read, and I will probably start it pretty soon because aliens are just kind of interesting to me, and I don't know why I don't read more sci-fi, so maybe this will be kind of like a nice welcoming into that sci-fi genre that I've been missing. We're on to the final bag. This is not a half-price books bag. They only gave you one per person, and there was only 2 of us. But we've only got a few more books left. Some of these I'm pretty excited about. Some of them, Okay, next one, Astonishing Splashes of Color by Claire Morrell. I don't know a whole lot about this book, but I know that it uses color to describe emotion, which I think is really fascinating. I always like associate color with different things. So I think that I will probably enjoy this book. The next one, I don't really know anything about it, but I picked it because it looks funny and I thought it would be good for Christmas time, and that is The Christmas Thief by Higgins Clark and Mary Higgins Clark. So it's about a man who tries to steal some Christmas stuff, kind of like The Grinch. So I'm excited to read this around Christmas time. I think that'll be a fun little read. Okay, so the next book I picked up is Gregory Maguire's Mirror Mirror. I've read Wicked. I have the second book in the Wicked, is it a trilogy? This Wicked series, let's go with that. And I have wanted to pick this one up. I enjoyed the movie Mirror Mirror, so I think that I will enjoy this book. And I really enjoy his writing, even though it can be kind of hard to get through, because sometimes it's just really a lot of information that you didn't think you needed until you were done reading it, and you're like, oh, yeah, no, that was pretty fun. I enjoyed my time. So I'm excited about this one. It's got another one of those peekaboo dust jackets that I love so much. So yay. Okay, so the next book is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I remember loving Pride and Prejudice in high school when I had to read it. And I don't actually like zombies. I don't, if a movie has zombies in it, I will not watch it because I'm kind of a baby when it comes to that kind of thing. But for some reason, I wanted to pick this up. I haven't seen the movie, so I think I'll read this and then I'll watch the movie and see which one I like better. But the cover's kind of creepy and I kind of dig it. But if she was like doing that gargly noise and then like, I wouldn't watch it. So we'll see. I may not watch the movie. Let's be honest here. I'm probably not gonna watch the movie. I'm such a baby when it comes to scary movies. I'm so bad. So bad. I get so stressed out watching scary movies, but I love to read scary books. Go figure. Okay, so this is another one that I'll probably read around Christmas time. It's not technically a Christmas book, but it's a feel-good book, and it might just be a sweet read, and that is Come Back Como. It is about a family from the husband's perspective with this dog that is reluctant to love them, and he wants to be his friend, and so he's like trying to win over the dog. On the back cover, there's a picture of the family with the dog and another picture of the dog, so I think it's just gonna be a cute little read. I love dogs so much, so I think I will hopefully enjoy reading this. If it's anything like Marley and Me, I'll probably cry, but I don't think he dies. I don't know. It doesn't say. It doesn't say if he dies on the back. And the final book, I actually saved this one because it's kind of cool. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it's called The Mothers by Britt Bennett, and it's actually already annotated. And I was looking at the annotations, and I'm pretty sure they're from the author. So I had to get it. And it says, I went to El Camino High, but I sent my characters to my crosstown rival. Sorry, Wildcats. So that sounds like it's from the author herself. So I'm pretty excited about this to like see what she put throughout the book, what she thinks that we need to know, what's important. I don't know if it's in all of the books or just in a few, but it's kind of cool that it's already annotated, and I thought that the cover was really neat. I don't know anything about it. Okay, so I just read the synopsis of this book, and it sounds fascinating, and I'm so glad that I picked this up. It follows two characters, Nadia and her boyfriend Luke. This book is about community and ambition, love and friendship, living it up to expectation in contemporary Black America. The main character, Nadia, is the first in her family to go to college, but she's not even sure if she's going to make it there because her mother recently committed suicide, and she's just battling with that. She starts dating the coach's son, who is the former football star, Luke, but he's been injured and can no longer play football and is worried about his future as well now that he won't be able to get scholarships. They start dating and eventually have to make a choice together, and the secrets follow them into adulthood. So I think this sounds really, really fascinating, and I'm actually very, very excited that I picked this up. So those are all the books that I bought today, all 20 of them. If you have read any of them, or if any of them are on your TBR, or if you've never heard of them and one of them sounds interesting, let me know in the comments down below. If you liked this video, if you had a good time here, please hit me with a thumbs up. Press subscribe if you're new. I would love to have you so we can talk about books. My name is Blair. This is the Blair Book Project. I love all your faces. Goodbye.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.